Hi, this report's current as of Friday the 27th here. We're going into the Memorial Day weekend, and the weather's starting to look up into our favor. The weather this past week, again, has been kind of horrible for fishing conditions for the most part, as it has been all spring. Our water temperatures on the chain here are still hovering in the low to mid 50s. Occasionally on a warm afternoon, we might touch that 60-degree mark, 61, but for the most part, mid-50s is where we're at. And I even heard one morning this week, one of the local guys, Ron Bearfield, went out of Mendota, said he saw 49 early in the morning. I believe it was Monday. Fishing on the chain, a lot of guys still fishing around the area up here on Lake Mendota. Ron said he's been catching quite a few bass around the lakes, weather permitting. They've been fighting a lot of wind, but he's been catching both largemouth and smallmouth using artificials, tubes, and Sinkos, things like that. Fishing anywhere from 2-3 feet of water to 10 or 12 feet of water. He says every day is a little different. Sometimes you catch them in all depths every day. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. But for the most part, they've been putting together a few nice numbers of fish they've been catching the last several days. Crappie fishermen on Mendota have been having a little luck over on the city shoreline, over by the university, by the Union and the Limnology area. They've been catching some crappies there, both up by the piers and out in 7-8 feet of water. Not big numbers of fish, but some pretty nice size fish. I did talk to a friend who got some crappies over on the west side of the lake by Stony Point and the sailboats over there by Marshall Park. A couple guys I know have still been trolling some crankbaits and catching quite a few pike. Not a lot of big fish, occasionally a big fish, but generally a lot of 24 to 36-inch fish, and actually quite a few of them. Catfish have been pretty active up in the marsh and getting more so all the time. A lot of guys have been doing pretty good with cut bait or shrimp. Some guys are starting to use some of the stink bait and having some luck with that. Over on Lake Monona, pan fishermen are still having pretty good success over in that Squaw Bay, Turville Bay area, fishing in 5 to 8 feet of water. There's a little bit of weed growth starting to come up. That seems to be where the crappies and stuff are hanging. Tube jigs with minnows or just a plain hook and a minnow has been pretty good for those fish. And bluegills, they've been in the same areas, and some days they're even up kind of shallow. The bluegills want to start, this is the time of the year, they want to start looking at some spawning water. We need the water temperatures to warm up. These mid-50s aren't very conducive for that. Ron told me, Ron Bearfield, the local guy, told me he saw some bass on beds, believe it or not, on Monona this week anyway. He said mostly they just had smaller males, and there wasn't a lot of them, and I'm sure that it's a little premature yet with the water temperatures the way they are. Muskie fishermen on Monona have been, I haven't been hearing that they've been catching a lot of fish. They've been seeing quite a few fish. Weeds are low, so the guys are enjoying themselves a little bit yet. Down on Lake Wabisa, pan fishermen have been having a little bit of success on crappies in several areas in the lake. They're fishing 5 to 8 feet of water. Look for them around Lake Farm Park, Hog Island, down by Christie's, and out in front of Babcock. Walleye fishermen have been having a little bit of success on Lake Kegonsa and Lake Wabisa, just trolling crankbaits right down the main basin of the lake. Shad Raps have been working pretty good, or some guys are using crawler harnesses. That's really it about for right now. If you guys got anything you'd like to share with us, please feel free to do so. I have been able to figure out how to get the report to play a little bit louder, so you should enjoy that. Have a good holiday weekend. Thanks. Bye.